What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the ZayMoolaSportsPodcast. I'm your host, Isaiah, and we have a huge update in regards to the Tennessee Titans GM search. As Diana Russini reported that former Raiders GM and current Dophins senior personnel executive Reggie McKenzie is the lead candidate for the Titans GM job. And this is very interesting because he's a Knoxville native who was a standout linebacker at UT, and him and Chad Brinker worked for the Packers from 2009 to 2011. So he has strong ties to Tennessee, and he has familiarity with Chad Brinker. And I think he would be a good hire. He was the GM of the Raiders for 7 years, from 2012 to 2018. They had a 40-72 record, which isn't great, but he did draft Derek Carr, Khalil Mack, and Amari Cooper, and all three of those guys became Pro Bowl players for them. And then he had some good free agent signings. He signed Sean Smith and Bruce Irvin and Kelechi Osemele, Michael Crabtree, Rodney Hudson, and Donald Penn. And then in 2016, they made it to the playoffs for the first time since 2002. They won 12 games. And I believe if Derek Carr didn't get injured, they would have made it to the AFC Championship game that year. But nevertheless, it was a very successful season for them. And Reggie McKenzie was named Executive of the Year, and he was viewed as one of the best GMs in the league. And then y'all in 2017, they regressed. They only won 6 games. And then 2018, they ended up firing him once John Gruden was named as a head coach again. And since then, he's been the senior personnel executive for the Miami Dolphins. And y'all, Reggie McKenzie has a lot of experience. And Chad Brinker said that they want a guy that not only has a lot of experience, but also they want a guy, y'all, that can come in here and that is about football all day, every day. And I think Reggie McKenzie fits that description. I mean, again, this is the guy, y'all, he played football and he's been around the game for so many years. And I think he would come in with a mindset, listen, I'm going to do whatever it takes to turn this thing back around and bring the Titans back to their glory days. And y'all, I think he would love to be back in his hometown. I mean, that would be amazing. Think about this, a Knoxville native coming back to Tennessee, man, to become the GM of his hometown team, and then he leads them, you know, back to their glory days. Now, I will say this about him, y'all. He definitely had some bad drafts, you know, particularly like 2013, 2016, and 2017. But again, he did draft some good players, and he even drafted some decent players like Arden Key and Gabe Jackson, and then he drafted Colton Miller. So I know some people don't think Reggie McKenzie is the best talent evaluator, but I think he's a decent one. He's not elite by any means, y'all, but he's definitely a decent talent evaluator. And remember, y'all, this is going to be a collaborative effort. So it's not like Reggie, if he was to come in to be our GM, he wouldn't just have full control. It's really going to be him, Brian Callahan, and Chad Brinker, you know, being on one accord when it comes to selecting these players, signing these players, and building this roster in the way they see fit. So I don't think we would have to worry about him making, you know, all the draft selections for us, because again, it's going to be a collaborative effort. But I definitely think he's a good candidate, y'all. I would love to see him become our next GM. Obviously, this is going to be a long process. I think the Titans need to do as much homework as they can. And when it comes to these GM candidates, I know I heard a rumor that they're going to be interviewing Thomas Dimitroff, so let's see if that comes to be. But yeah, I like Reggie McKenzie. I think he would be a good GM for us. And again, our job description for this position, y'all, is totally different, right? Chad Brinker already said that he's going to have final say when it comes to roster decisions. But again, they're going to do this together. We keep hearing the Titans say they want to have a collaborative organization. But y'all, if you're going to really have a collaborative organization, you got to make sure you give these guys time to grow. So hopefully, if we hire Reggie or whoever our next GM is going to be, y'all, give that man some time to grow so that way he can really build this team in his image, y'all. But there you have it. This was another episode of the ZayMoolaSportsPodcast. Remember, y'all, laughter is good medicine. So what? Make sure you get your daily dose. Y'all know I'm in it, man. I love y'all. God bless. Peace.